Hello, and welcome. This is Noah with Illumination Station, and today we're going to talk about mixing within the Eurorack. Now, there are a lot of options when it comes to mixing within the Eurorack, everything from a performance mixer to individual smaller mixers that can be put together. And what I do is I put together several different small mixers in what's sometimes known as decentralized mixing. So I'm going to do a quick walk through my signal path here. I'm going to try and keep it relatively short. So I have two cases, and those both have individual outputs going into a mixer. And in fact, my friend, he likes to, just run all of his outputs for live performance into a mixing board, and that's how he mixes, which is one way to do it. So let me go ahead and turn down the volume on this upper case here, so we can hear just the bottom case. Now this bottom case, I'm using a Rosie, so that means I have two inputs that I can crossfade between. So here is just input B, and then a crossfade over to input A. And this gives us a lot of nice options. Then we have a send and return, which I'm running herb verb with. So this is totally dry, no herb verb. Bringing the herb verb back in here. Now this half is coming from the Optimix, and so what's nice about the Optimix is it can work as a mixer or a low-pass gate. In this case, the first channel is just acting as a mixer, so I can change the levels, bring it up and down, and then the second channel is working as a VCA with what do I have running in there? With some noise from the Telharmonic to make a nice little snare sound that you hear there. And then coming into the aux, I just have the clean mutant bass drum output, which is actually coming from the other case. And so that's how I have that working. Those allows you to mix. There's slight filtering with the Optimix because it has that filter for the low pass gate, but it's very minimal. So let's go to the other side. Now on this side, I'm just using a DIY Baffico mixer with 4 inputs and an output, and that just lets you adjust the volume for individual parts as such. And now we're hearing just the herb verb. Bring the parts back in. Right, alright, so that is how I'm doing the mixing in this case. Let's move on up here. Take a look at this guy. And now this case I'm mixing in sort of a very interesting way, so I'm going to bring this in. Let's go ahead and kill the first case. So as you can hear, this is more of a percussive case. And I'm really just sort of mixing things into buses and then putting them all through the Rix mix. So I've got the Mistron going into the fixed filter, which is going to the Rix mix, which is all of these banks here, which would be useful for mixing, but that's not how I'm doing it because I'm using the Rix mix and fixed filter combo. So then what I have is I have 2 auxiliary inputs coming in here. One is just the mutant bass drum going right into aux input. And what that allows me to do is that allows me to control the volume of the mutant bass drum directly from the module, which is nice. It has a volume knob, so or a rebel knob, so I can use that. Then all of my other sounds that I have, I actually just am using links. The bottom sort of module on links, which is a 3-to-1 mixer. It cuts the gain in all of them by a third and mixes them together. And then I have that running through my aperture. I'm providing a little bit of overdrive for some color, and I just have that thing cranked all the way up. And that allows me to control the volume of that bus separately. So I'm going to turn turn the Mistron off, so it's a little bit easier to hear. So now we just have the bass drum, and then I can use the aperture to bring in my other parts. And Mistron has the impulse control if I need to shut it off or adjust the sound and the volume a little bit, although the impulse control is rather wild, so it's a nice combination when you crank it up. And that for you is the wacky wild world of decentralized mixing within Eurorack. Please like, follow, and subscribe, and share. Sharing is caring. Thank you for listening. This has been Mel with Illuminate.